So what to write about? Whenever you are writing a use case, see, if you remember the requirement engineering process, the first two requirement engineering tasks that were inception and the elicitation. And these are the basis of use cases. So inception task, elicitation task will give you the information for making use case. Along with this, there are other methods we discussed. That is the requirements gathering meetings. Then we have the QFD, quality function deployment, QFD. This can also be used. There are various methods. So we use it to first of all identify the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders who are going to use it? We have to define the scope of the problem. That is what the problem or software want to achieve. Then what are the goals, operational goals? What do you want to do with this software or the system? And then priorities, which has to be made earlier, which has to be made later, and the functional requirements. What are the work, tasks you are supposed to get from the completion of this software? And then the things, because we are talking about object oriented, so we'll talk about object. So these objects that are going to be worked upon and manipulated by the system. Okay. So these, along with these other things, are the information you'll get. So in order to develop a use case, all the function, feature, activity which is performed by a specific actor, I'm telling you, we have multiple actors. So for a specific actor, what are the functions and activities? How do you get it? You can converse with. You can talk with that stakeholder. And then you can develop various diagrams as a part of requirements modeling. What to write about? So if you remember, this safe home is actually a software or a system for surveillance of home. That is, we want our home to be safe. That is, here we are talking about the cameras. Now just understand that we have an actor, say homeowner. Now if you want to have a surveillance system, what will you do? You will select a camera to view. Then you would like to see all the thumbnails or the view from all the cameras. Then you would like to display camera views in, say, a PC, personal computer, or a laptop. You can also pan and zoom a specific camera. And then you can selectively record also. There are multiple cameras because one camera will be in your alley, one camera will be in your parking. So recording can be done, the recording can be replayed. And you can also access camera surveillance using the internet. That is, wherever you are sitting across the globe, you can access your home cameras. This is the surveillance system. Now, when you talk with the stakeholder, here we are talking about the homeowner, whosoever is playing the role of the homeowner. When the conversation, the talk, the requirement gathering take place, use case for each function will be noted down. This is what you have to write about. So this is, see, I'll tell you what he is going to say. And I'll tell you also what you are going to get out of what he has said. So use case for each function is to be noted. So let us take an example of the last one, which is, these are different identified function. So access camera surveillance via the internet. Now this function, let us say we are going to make the use case for this function. Let us name it ACS DCV, ACS for access camera surveillance, and DCV for display camera views. So this is the function we are talking about, and we are going to make a use case out of it. Now we'll have a conversation with the user. Now we'll ask him, just give you an idea, what do you want? Now what does he want? What are the order of the sequence of the user action? So we'll start with the use case name. We have decided the name. It has to be the name which everyone can understand. You can understand, and the people who are going to, later use it should also understand. So it is accessing the camera of your house from a remote location, from say your house is in America, you are viewing it from Canada. Now the actor is a homeowner. The actor is homeowner. We are talking about just one actor. You have to do it for every actor. Different kind of functions. So he says like this: if I am at a remote location, I can use my PC with appropriate browser software, say any, Chrome, etc., to log on to this Safe Home Products website. So the Safe Home company is making a product, and for that the product can be accessed through website. I enter my user ID and 2 levels of passwords, and once I'm validated, I have access to all functionality for my installed Safe Home system. See, he is just narrating. He is also saying to access a specific camera view, I select surveillance from the major functions button display. He also says, I then select a Pika camera and the floor plan of the house is displayed. Because the house can be multiple floor, you can have a basement also. Then he says, I think select the camera that I'm interested in. It can be any camera. Or alternatively, he's saying I can look at thumbnail snapshots for all cameras simultaneously by selecting all cameras as my viewing choice. So this is the narration he is giving. A homeowner. This is a communication we are having with him. He also says, once I choose a camera, I select view, and 1 frame per second view appears in a viewing window that is identified by the camera ID. So you want to see each of the camera, and he wants to see in a particular rate also. If I want to switch cameras, I select pick a camera, and the original viewing window disappears, and the floor plan of the house is displayed again. He wants to see kitchen, he wants to see parking. I then select the camera that I am interested in, and a new viewing window appears. So this is how he has narrated to us. He has told to us as a requirement gatherer or the analyst. Now, as we are revisiting the same use case, which is we have called as ACS DCV, this is the function. Now, how do we write the narration? So whatever he has disclosed to us, we will try to first write all these content in the declarative sentence one by one. The use case, now I am writing exactly same thing with sentences as declarative sentences. That is, first, same thing I am writing, same thing. The homeowner logs onto the Safe Home Products website. The homeowner enters his or her user ID. The homeowner enters 2 passwords. Now we have added our thing, at least 8 characters. The system displays all major function buttons. This we have added by ourselves. The homeowner selects the surveillance from the major function buttons. Homeowner selects pick a camera. The system displays the floor plan of the house. The homeowner selects a camera icon from the floor plan. The homeowner selects the view button, and the system displays a viewing window that is identified by the camera ID, and the system displays video output with the viewing window at 1 frame per second. So this is the narration, and what we have written is just free flowing. It has no interaction alternatives. That is, it has no catering of ifs and buts. That is, what if this is not done? What if that happens? This has not been taken care. Okay. So this kind of narration is called the primary scenarios. Use case of these type free flowing without any alternatives or interaction alternatives are referred to as primary scenarios. So all these branching, looping, if else, switch, this is not catered up till now. That is why we are calling it as a primary scenarios.